The night was thick with silence, only broken by the soft hum of city lights far below. Yu Long stood at the edge of his penthouse balcony, staring blankly into the void. To the world, he had everything: success, fame, and the love of Yang Mei Mei. But behind the polished facade lay a past no one dared whisper. A past tangled in secrets, betrayals, and a romance so hidden it could shatter fan hearts in a single revelation. Years before Yang Mei Mei entered his life, Yu Long was caught in a whirlwind affair with a woman whose name even now sends murmurs across social media circles. She was glamorous, untouchable, and wrapped in the kind of allure that made even the strongest men falter. Rumors suggest private jets, candlelit dinners on the cliffs of Santorini, and champagne flowing like water. All moments captured in fleeting Instagram snapshots he later deleted, leaving fans puzzled for years. But luxury was only the surface. Behind closed doors, the relationship teetered on chaos. Whispered conversations in dimly lit rooms turned into tense arguments over loyalty, ambition, and trust. Friends claimed they often found Yu Long wandering city streets at 3 a.m., phone in hand, pleading for a reconciliation he knew might never come. And the love triangle, the one no one expected, loomed like a shadow over every smile, every quiet moment. There was another figure, elusive and enigmatic, whose presence threatened to unravel everything. Fans now dig through old posts, piecing together what may have been. The cryptic captions, the sudden disappearances, the way his eyes seemed to carry a weight only heartbreak could explain. Every deleted photo feels like a breadcrumb leading straight into the labyrinth of Yu Long's past. Some claim that Yang Mei Mei herself, unknowingly at the time, was brushing against this hidden universe of secrets and near betrayals. And then came the parties. Lavish, extravagant, and wild, where velvet ropes separated the elite from the world below. Yu Long's ex was at the center of it all, dazzling and untouchable, dancing under golden chandeliers, while he watched from the shadows, torn between desire and caution. Those nights were a theater of tension, whispered promises, stolen glances, and fleeting touches that fans could only dream of witnessing. Yet, it wasn't just the glamour that defined those days. It was the heartbreak. Sources close to him reveal late-night phone calls with tearful confessions, walls slammed in frustration, and a loneliness that even luxury could not mask. Yu Long learned the bitter taste of betrayal early, the kind that lingers in your bones long after the public sees only the smiles. It is this heartbreak, these trials, that shaped the man Yang Mei Mei would later fall for. The narrative takes a more shocking turn when one realizes the tangled connections between his past and Yang Mei Mei's world. Some insiders whisper that his ex moved in overlapping social and professional circles, creating near collisions of destiny. Private events, charity galas, and industry meetups often became minefields of tension, where the past brushed dangerously close to the present. Fans can only imagine the awkward pauses, the subtle glares, and the unspoken words that danced in the air like sparks waiting to ignite. But as all great stories go, transformation is inevitable. Yu Long emerged from this storm of romance, betrayal, and excess, tempered by pain and reflection. Luxury vacations gave way to quiet dinners. Public displays of passion were replaced with subtle gestures of care. The man who once chased fleeting thrills became capable of the deep, enduring love that defines his relationship with Yang Mei Mei today. And yet, the past is never fully gone. Fans scour every interview, every social media update, searching for the faintest hint of old wounds. A lingering glance, a cryptic post, a sudden trip, all become evidence in a sprawling narrative of what came before. It's a story of contrasts, chaos versus calm, heartbreak versus devotion, glamour versus authenticity. Every revelation fuels obsession, making Yu Long's journey not just one of fame and fortune, but of emotional evolution that millions can't stop dissecting. The most mind-blowing detail? Some claim that without the heartbreak and the chaos, Yang Mei Mei might never have entered his life. That the very trials he endured, the secrets he carried, and the love he lost were necessary to shape him into the man capable of loving her fully and publicly. It's a narrative so cinematic that fans cannot help but replay it in their minds, imagining each dramatic scene as if watching a blockbuster unfold. From secret rendezvous under the moonlight to the glittering parties of high society, from whispered betrayals to quiet transformations, the truth about Yulong's past relationship before Yang Mei Mei is a tale of passion, heartbreak, and ultimate redemption. Every moment, every scene, is a thread in a tapestry that leads inexorably to the love story fans now celebrate. And while the past may never be forgotten, it has forged a present that is as mesmerizing as it is enviable. Fans continue to speculate, to argue, to create theories, but one thing remains undeniable. Yulong's journey through love and loss has become legendary. And as Yang Mei Mei stands by his side, the world witnesses not just a couple in love, but a man reborn from the shadows of his past, carrying lessons, scars, and memories that make their story all the more extraordinary. The city never slept, but neither did Yulong during those months. Each night, the skylines seemed to mock him, glittering like the life he almost had, yet never could. His past relationship, the one shrouded in secrecy, was more than just romance. It was a storm, a high-stakes game played behind velvet curtains, where every gesture, every glance, could ignite a chain reaction of whispers and rumors. It began in the most unassuming way, a chance encounter at a high-profile gala, where Yulong's gaze met hers across the room. She was radiant, untouchable, her laughter echoing in the hall as if it belonged to someone else entirely. Yet, from that first moment, a spark ignited, a spark that neither could ignore, despite the risks, despite the complications. What seemed like a casual friendship quickly spiraled into clandestine meetings, hidden messages, and stolen moments of intimacy that fans would only later piece together through cryptic social media breadcrumbs. The most shocking aspect? The world around them was oblivious. Public appearances painted a picture of professionalism and control, yet behind the closed doors of penthouses, private cars, and hidden suites, emotions ran wild. Friends who tried to intervene often found Yulong pacing the streets at dawn, phone in hand, torn between desire and duty. One insider revealed, he wasn't just in love, he was trapped in it. Every decision felt like walking on a razor's edge. Their love, however, wasn't smooth. Rumors of a hidden third party, the enigmatic figure lurking in the shadows, added layers of tension and fear. This mysterious individual, whose identity remains unconfirmed, allegedly caused arguments that lasted for hours, sometimes spilling into the cold streets of the city, where Yulong would walk for miles to cool his mind. Fans speculate that these confrontations shaped much of his later demeanor, teaching him restraint, patience, and the painful art of letting go. Yet, for all the chaos, there were moments that resembled pure magic. Imagine a secluded terrace under a silver moon, a gentle breeze carrying the scent of jasmine, and Yulong leaning close to whisper promises he wasn't sure he could keep. Those nights were etched into memory, a contrast of tenderness and tension that left him both exhilarated and exhausted. Fans, upon learning about these moments, have gone into a frenzy trying to imagine the scenes: stolen kisses in the shadow of skyscrapers, late-night drives with music drowning out the world, and secret conversations that carried the weight of the future on every word. And then came the parties, the glittering events where Yulong's past lover shone like a star, captivating the elite, while he watched from the edges, a mix of pride and unease swirling in his chest. Champagne flutes clinked, laughter echoed, and somewhere beneath the dazzling lights, the cracks in their relationship deepened. Friends reported witnessing small but telling signs: a flicker of annoyance at a flirtatious glance from another man, a clenched jaw at a comment overheard, or the sudden, unexplained departure of one or the other into the night. These were moments that fans later interpreted as the beginning of the unraveling, the subtle indicators that a perfect facade was crumbling. But heartbreak, as everyone knows, is rarely dramatic in public. It is quiet, insidious, and devastating in its subtlety. Yulong experienced it in countless small ways: a text left unanswered, a date cancelled without explanation, or a fleeting look of doubt that sent him spiraling. Behind closed doors, the conversations grew tense. Arguments that began with soft words ended in shouting matches. Doors slammed in frustration, and hearts ached in ways no one else could witness. The intensity of these emotions, fans later speculated, prepared him for the love story he would eventually share with Yang Mei Mei, a love built on understanding, patience, and mutual respect that was absent in the past. What made the entire saga even more intriguing was the subtle intersection with Yang Mei Mei's world. Some insiders whisper that Yulong's ex had ties to her professional circle. Imagine the tension: the same gala, the same charity event, the same city streets, where near encounters could have exposed secrets years before they should have been revealed. Fans now pore over old footage, dissecting each scene, wondering if certain smiles or glances were more than innocent politeness, if the universe itself was setting the stage for the love story to come. Through it all, transformation became inevitable. The lavish lifestyle, the stolen nights, the secret rendezvous, they all carried a lesson. You've long learned the fragility of trust, the importance of emotional honesty, and the bitter reality that love without stability is like a castle built on sand. He emerged from the relationship with scars, yes, but also with wisdom, with resilience, and with a clarity that would guide him toward the woman who would eventually capture his heart for good. And yet, the allure of that past love remains. Fans speculate endlessly. What if things had been different? What if Yulong hadn't walked away? What if the third party had never appeared? Each hypothetical fuels debates, fan theories, and social media threads that refuse to die. For every post about Yang Mei Mei, there is a shadow of the past lingering in the comments, a reminder that the path to true love is often messy, complicated, and fraught with dramatic turns. The most astonishing revelation? Without that stormy, secret-filled chapter, the calm and devotion Yulong shares with Yang Mei Mei today might never have existed. The heartbreak, the tension, the lessons learned, all of it forged the man fans now adore. It is a story that reads like a novel: stolen moments of passion, arguments in the dead of night, clandestine meetings under the city's neon glow, and the slow realization that some love stories are meant to end so that the right one can begin. Every fan who dives into this narrative becomes part detective, part voyeur, tracing the breadcrumbs left by Yulong, imagining the emotional highs and lows, and marveling at the transformation from a man caught in a tempestuous romance to the steadfast partner Yang Mei Mei now knows. It is undeniably a saga of romance, heartbreak, and ultimate redemption, an epic chapter that adds depth, drama, and intrigue to the love story that continues to captivate millions.